Well everyone, I hope you enjoyed my interesting introduction. I'm just trying to make these reviews more exciting, but anyway. Well, you saw the Bluebird set in that, but this is it. The full set. Now, it's not very big, is it? Put my hand next to it, you can see that it's not very large. But what makes this set so attractive and charming? And why, if it's so small, would anyone want to buy it? Well, in this review, hopefully I'll show you why. Now, a word of warning to everyone. I'm really sorry, but unfortunately this set came into me as second hand, so it's really missing quite a few parts, as you're about to find out. But by looking around on eBay, you may just find one of these sets. At the moment, I may have found one. I'll just hope I'll be able to grab the bargain while it's there. And then I'll have to redo this review. But anyway, now onto characters. This set comes with 3 characters. Thomas, a single troublesome truck, and Terrence. Here we can see the size difference between the trains. A wind-up Thomas, a Gatcher Thomas, and the Bluebird Thomas. If we have a closer look, we can see that it's just as big as the end of my finger. This is actually quite amazingly small. These 2 trucks, likewise. The wind-up troublesome truck, and the small little Gatcher troublesome truck. Then of course we move on to Lonely Terrence the Tractor, the only non-rail vehicle in the set, and, to my current knowledge, the only non-rail vehicle apart from Bertie who was ever made in this series. Apart from Bulstrode, who is made in other sets, but was being attached to the board. As you can see, he's really quite finely detailed. He has the stickers on the front, and even the treads printed on the back side. The truck has the small etchings as if it was made out of wood, and wheels into the bottom, and what on earth is this silver thing? Well, you're about to find out, aren't you? Then of course there's Thomas. Once again with the 6 wheels etched onto the side. As you can see, some of them are a bit worse for wear. The pistons. His face, which is, as with the original Ertl toys, a sticker, but he's got very nice detailings, even the lines along his boiler. And unfortunately, his back is quite plain, but not anymore, as I've stuck this blue tack metal coupling on the back because he's real. Now you just saw a shot of these funny looking small silver rolling devices on the bottom of the trains. But what are they actually for? Well, this is where it gets really cool. You can see that the tracks are actually raised up. And so, surprise surprise, that's right, the train's wheels, 2 big silver ones of course, not the small plastic ones, lock in between the 2 raised yellow tracks, meaning that he actually rolls along rails. But here you can see the 2 outside bits of the wheels are smaller, and the bigger inside bit sticks in between the tracks. This way you've actually got quite a reliable rolling system, and the trains actually do move along the rails. Now Thomas has 2 of these wheels, meaning that when he's on the tracks, he's level. The truck, on the other hand, has only 1 at the back, because he's designed to be pulled by Thomas, so if you have him by himself, he leans forward a little. This small set is really quite amazing. Here we go, we can see it actually is the size of my palm. Now this is the set when it's folded up. It has an engraved picture of Thomas on the front, with the words Thomas written down the bottom, but a plain backing that says Bluebird. The people who made this were later on to make the small Polly Pocket toys, which were taken over by Mattel. The James version of this toy has a red James on the front of it. But there were no more toys made of this size. The only other 2 sets that were made were larger. More like, 2 or 3 of these next to each other, and they didn't fold up. Now, if we unpackage the set, we can see that the bridge folds over. Fold it over like so. Check the lid on the tunnels on, and we're set to go. Now this set is packed with great features. We can see it's got a small little dirt hill, which even has little tracks written into it, for Terrence. He actually has treads that are just far enough apart so you can fit them on the track, which means he sort of rolls along. Next, we have the boulders. So what do you think is going to happen now? Well, if you guess correctly, you can see that this happens. And, if we get Thomas out of the way, sure enough, the boulders fall off. These aren't the real boulders. The real ones were made of plastic. But the previous owner of this lost them. We also have the wood loader. This had small little pieces of wood. I have no idea what they look like, because they were also lost before I inherited the set. But if the truck is lined up like so, or maybe not like so, if we pull this switch, it goes down. The logs are meant to roll into the troublesome truck, although the height difference seems to make me think it's pretty unlikely. Next we have Thomas's shed. Now, it's a bit short because, as I demonstrate here, Thomas doesn't really fit in all the way, but it's still pretty interesting. The lid can come off, and so we can now easily see that Thomas just pushes out. There's also these trees. There are supposed to be 6 of them, but I only have 3, because they were also missing. If we can pull them out, we can put them in these different holes. Like so. So as you can see, this set is actually quite action-packed, and there's plenty of things to do. Sadly, this set has quite a few faults. The first one being that the hills on this are very, very steep, meaning that if a child, or anyone who's using this set, is to push it down the hill, bam, the train falls over, and if a truck is attached, its contents spill everywhere. The second, of course, is that the couplings are not very strong. But, with simple uses of the toy, bam, the coupler broke. Evidently, this coupling is a lot stronger than this one, which is managed to survive the torture, though its buffers haven't. The next criticism is its lack of its ability to be able to join onto the other sets. There could have been points put in somewhere surely, so that this, maybe continuing out of the back of the shed, could join on with the other sets, which do have connections. And my final criticism is this point system, because if we roll a truck down the hill, let's see which way it's going to go. No way. So overall, what do I give this set? Well, to be honest, I think it's ridiculously cool. So I would give it about 4.5 out of 5. For its small size and action playability, it definitely deserves it. If mine was fully intact, it probably deserved even more. But now the challenge is, where can you find these? Well, unfortunately, due to the fact that they were only made in 1997-98, they're really hard to find. If you're on eBay, sorry, not YouTube. So, my advice to you is if you want one of these, look hard. Especially on eBay UK. For some reason, they don't seem to have many here in Australia. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed finding out about what I seem to believe is the smallest Thomas in. One last thing. Here we can see the size difference even between the small Pez, which I know Leo seems to think is really cute, and this Thomas. Now, when you see how closely this sticker Thomas face represents the real thing, I think this one definitely wins the competition for cutest.